Well, Paul, I think early in the second half we were all a bit fearful about what might happen in the last half hour, but what a comeback.
Yeah, and that's that's the bizarre thing about football. I think if the lad scores and they go 3-0 up, we could have been on the end of another Braintree. And to go and score 4 goals in the last sort of 25, 26 minutes, it was a great fillip for everybody, for the crowd certainly, for the players and the staff, and it's just a mad game this that we're all involved in. I think we all know it's a mad game, and today you've just seen one of those games that will live long in the memory, because I wouldn't have said anyone in this ground, including me, would have given us any chance of coming back against a 4-scale wind. We talked about their character. It was criticised on Tuesday night, and that's been done again without Jamie Collins, without Nicky Bailey, without Kenny Davis. The list just goes on and on and on. But some players have come in and done themselves some good today. I thought Barden come in, finally got him fit after his clearance. I thought Beautyman was outstanding today, and so pleased with Dylan Kearney. He's raw, he's only 20, but again, he gives you that enthusiasm, and as I said, I thought that's what was lacking a bit on Tuesday night. Bolonaro looked like a Brazilian right back in the second half, getting forward, and Jimmy livened up much better than Tuesday night. So again, you're looking for your players to have form, which is what I was talking about on Tuesday, and for that last 25 minutes, it was a joy to watch.
With the wind behind us in the first half, didn't really make the most of it, and then goals either side.
Well, you say that, but I thought the first 15 minutes actually, Dylan got himself into 2 or 3 great positions, and it was just you wanted something to drop for him, and it just felt something was getting close. But having said that, they smashed the post from a great shot. I think Ross has made a save, hasn't he, from a great shot. So they've had 2 shots from distance that could have gone in. And you're right, at half time, you've gone a goal down right on the 45th minute, and it's like it's when you're in difficult periods, these are the things you look at the clock thinking, let's get through to half time, then you're 1-0 down. You're up against a 4-scale wind, within 46 minutes you're 2-0 down. I thought we made some brave changes, I've got to say that. I thought that we kept the ball on the floor as much as we possibly could. I mean, the kick-off for the second half, apart from that, and I was shaking my head at that, because I just thought, if that's what we're going to do, second half, bearing in mind the instructions was to keep the ball very much on the floor. But that's the thing about football. There's certain bits of luck involved in it. Was it a penalty or not? Not sure, but that was the fillip that we needed, to get back into it. Was that 2-2?
2-2. Yeah.
Dylan gets his first goal for the club. He then should have scored to make it 3-2. We had so many chances then to go 3-2 up. You think it's not going to happen, and then the skipper of the day, Dean Beckwith, comes on and comes up and gets his 2 goals from something we work so hard on. We work hard on set pieces all week, and what you're dependent upon actually is the delivery as much as anything. And and that was good today. And I think Dobson, we know why we signed him. He has got ability, that's for sure, and his crossing of the football and his threat from throws is there. But I'm really pleased for him, because he's struggled a bit confidence-wise the last few weeks. But that will do him a world of good. Brave as well to go and pick up the ball. He said he wanted it before the game, but in a situation where he's not done great the last 3 or 4, to go and pick the ball up shows character. Brilliant cross for Dylan. That check cross with his and Dylan gets the header, and then obviously another one for the corner, wasn't it? So yeah, all in all, it was another top day at Sutton United Football Club.
And John Barden coming on early for Kenny Davis. Firstly, how's Kenny, and secondly, supporters won't know a lot about John.
Well, the thing with Kenny is that's his 3rd head injury now of the season, and it does look, the doctors looks like he's ruling him out for the whole season. So that sort of reflects a lot of where we are, and it reflects a lot of the long season that we've had on this. And you sign John Barden. I watched him in training for 3 weeks. We get international clearance. Ray Ward does a fantastic job, gets a clearance, and I think the day before we got the clearance, he injured himself in training. A thigh injury. So we've had to again wait. But ultimately, we were down to the bare bones again today, and he came on. He's not played any football all year, and I thought he was. He reminds me very much of how Craig Eastman plays, where he rats around the pitch and he gets his foot in. He's got a desire to win the ball. But again, I was talking to the 2 young boys before the game, Crosley, Lamine. I was talking to Jude Mason, Brad Pearce, all 3 of them out injured. And when Kenny had that, such a bad head injury, and he came off, I just had a wry smile to myself, really, because it's how this season's gone for us.
And what's the news with Jamie Collins and Nicky Bailey, both out today?
Yeah, so Jamie, I don't know if you saw, the lad kicked him in the second half, and the referee, if you remember, didn't give a free kick, which was astonishing to us. Ankle's badly swollen, Achilles therefore is also swollen. He tried to put himself up to play, and I actually stopped him from playing. I said, you just can't play with that. He played with it on Tuesday afterwards, and he got caught out once or twice maybe for Braintree, but again, he's the character that you want in the trenches with you, and I inferred that on Tuesday night. So again, Aswad comes in at centre half. That was a struggle. I've got to say, I thought he struggled there today. But again, he's been out for 6 weeks with personal reasons, so it's difficult for him just to come straight back into it. And then just that little switch of putting Dale Bennett in at centre half and putting Big Wiz back into a left back, and then putting Bolly right back. That's full credit to Matty Gray. That was a Matty Gray chat in my ear saying he thought that might protect Wiz a bit better. And I've got to say that was that's why it's good to have different voices and different opinions within the staff.
And having to do with that, Nicky Bailey as well.
Yeah, massive blow. Again, last 5 minutes of the game, he felt his Achilles. And so, as I said, when you're missing Collins, you're missing Bailey, then you're missing Davis, and the list just went on and on and on. We've tried not to mention it too much, but as I said on Tuesday, I've known for a long time that a lot of the lads have played most of the games are running on empty. Today, it looks like they must have gone down to the petrol station and managed to fill some of the gas back up, because that's a fabulous day here on the back of what they've done. And let's be honest, if we'd lost 2 or 3-0 today, it would have been a tough run-in for the season. As it happens, Gateshead have lost and Eastleigh have lost, and confidence comes back. And goals change games.
7 games to go.
Goals change games, and it's obvious to anyone that that's been our struggle. And yet we've been well in games and should have been 1-2-0 up from easy chances, and then the opposition score one. And that's what's happened the last 3 or 4 or 5 weeks. But very proud of them today. Very proud of the whole club. Great game up here. And I've got to say, they contributed massively to the game Gateshead as well. I thought that they came here and give it a real good go as well. And they haven't lost many, especially away from home. They've been beating teams for fun. So you've got to enjoy the victories. Especially when you haven't had one for 4 or 5 games. It's great.
On Monday evening, you and Bruce coming along to meet the supporters.
And Bairdy. Yeah, some big announcements on Monday night, and I'd urge everyone who wants to know what's going on, to get there and hear what we've got to say. And yeah, it's I think it's one of the biggest meetings the club's going to have for a long time, and we'll be very open and honest with everybody about where we feel we are.
Brilliant. Okay.
Cheers, Tony.
Cheers.
Thank you.